medical report. And I guess now that I'm doing the intro, Bill just sat down. He just made it. Here he is, and it's great to be back. Memorial Day was a lot of fun for us. Hopefully it was for you too. Thank you so much for all your support and a gazillion orders that we had. And believe it or not, we're getting better. Every order, as of yesterday, every order went out.
Good.
Caught up to everything.
No back orders or anything.
We're actually learning. It's the learning curve here. We're getting quicker and quicker by the grace of God. So, Bill, how you doing?
Very good. We're going to try to answer questions to solve people's health problems, spiritual issues, geopolitical, whatever you want to carry. It's your hour. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to start off, of course, with thanking. I really, really, really appreciate all the customers. And of course, since now I've switched it up, that emails and phone consults always were just for customers, but emails as well. If you're listening, you can email Dr. Deagle or myself, NutriMedical@MichelleDeagle.com, if you're new to listening to our show, and ask your question. However, you'll have to listen on the Friday show, the firing line that you're listening to right now, to get your answer. But once you're a customer, which is, then you get answers, and you get emails, and you get phone consults, and you get whatever you want. We're here. Hey,
depending on how much time is available, it's getting busier.
It is getting busier, but you always answer for customers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And it's working out great. Okay, let's start out with...
By the grace of God, I'll tell you.
We have a praise report from our good friend Clint. Clint lives over in Fallbrook, and he wants me to tell everybody he's been on the Cardivite since January, just after Christmas, and he's had a terrible time with high blood pressure, and that's the only thing that he's really done differently. He does do the joint, and our tendon mender thing, but for his heart, and he went to see his doctor here last month, and his blood pressure is normal. And
I remember him mentioning he had what's called class 3 hypertension, and the Cardivite normalized it.
Yeah, he's a happy guy. He's a happy guy anyways. I just love Clint. Anyways, we'll get into the next one is from Joy. Joy is from here in Vista, California. And she wants me to ask Dr. Deagle on the air today, what is the difference between osteopenia and osteoporosis?
It's a difference in the scale. If you do a DEXA bone scan and you look at the standard deviations away from normal, osteopenia is just mildly low bone density. Osteoporosis is grossly weakened bone, both crystal structure and collagen content.
Well, she's been diagnosed with osteopenia.
Yeah,
is that usually when you're older or not?
It can happen at any age. It happens in young athletic women that are running a lot, and they can literally, walk down the stairs and break a leg because excessive exercise, like especially marathon running, tends to make women become osteopenic and osteoporotic. And their bones can actually look like an 80-year-old's. They look like moth-eaten if you do what's called a low-intensity X-ray.
I've heard that in anorexia, of course.
Yeah, but also just excessive exercise is the other side of anorexia.
Okay.
So that's very serious. And what I usually recommend as a screening test is the Genova Labs test for urine for bones. And if that's positive, then you need to go and get your doctor to do a DEXA scan.
Well, she just used her health insurance and just went down here to the Scripps, which was easy for her. And,
right.
You don't have to spend extra money if you have health insurance.
But if you get a DEXA scan, it'll show you where you're weak.
Her doctor just told you, and she's now on the bone generator, Collagen Max, and MyCell D3.
That's a good start, yeah. And then she can add to it tendon mender, which
vitamin K2 is another.
Yeah, full vitamin K2. And tendon mender, which is type 1 collagen, which is the spicules of collagen in your bones.
Yeah, we want to keep it simple for people and for the people that are listening.
It depends how serious it is. Because obviously you don't want to run out of bones before you run out of life.
That's true.
So if your expectancy is to live to 96 and you run out of bones at 66, you got 30 years of torture, laying in a striker bed in nursing home with possibly decubitus ulcers and may die prematurely.
Like me, I'm 58 and I'm using it preventatively. And yes, every day I take my Collagen Max bone generator and MyCell D3, and every second day I take a full vitamin K2.
Yeah, we used to think it was only a disease of the elderly. I'm picking up on the QRMA test, and we confirm it with DEXA and other tests, males and females in their 20s with osteopenia and osteoporosis. Never seen before.
Crazy. Why is that?
Because of the terrible diet we have in our society,
Awful GMO and everything else out there. Bill, Tim from Tennessee. Hey, Tim. He wanted me to give this praise report that he was taking this heart and body stuff, right, for years.
Right.
And he had problems of blockages in his heart.
Yeah.
He had to go in. But anyways, he started to take the Cardivite again a few months ago,
right,
like after Christmas. And he went to see his surgeon, and this is what he said, that the heart made its own bypass.
Right.
And it's nourishing his heart to making its own bypass.
Yeah, what is
How
this?
does that work?
You stop the free radicals, kill off the nanobacteria, recanalize through the new vessels or develop alternative collateral vessels. And we hear this typically with Cardivite, whether it's peripheral blocked artery, like pudendal artery to the leg, or coronary arteries. We see it all the time. It's not an exception, it's the rule.
So, of course, he loves the Cardivite.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lynn from Utah. Vitamin C. She wants to know if vitamin C intravenously is a good thing or a bad thing.
Not necessary. If you give IV vitamin C, it's going to grab anything in your blood, including any drugs or birth control pill you take or your heart pills, because a lot of people are still on pills, right? I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
What I recommend is our Power C Plus, which is better than intravenous vitamin C, and it's better than liposomal, because liposomal you only get a very tiny dosage.
And why is it better than intravenous?
The total number of grams you're going to get, and if you try to take it intravenously, you only get a small dosage in.
Okay.
The same way with the liposomal, whereas with the Power C Plus, you can easily get 30, 40, 50 grams a day, so it's good for autoimmune disease and cancer. You can even stop like Rocky Mountain spotted fever, cytokine storm for influenza, which can kill you. That's the one that'll kill you with the swine or avian flu, and this will actually turn it off.
You know how many customers say that they belong to the University of NutriMedical? Right. And it's join NutriMedical now, isn't it?
Well, it is.
I'm going to join NutriMedical.
You're going to learn things here that you, even if you went to medical school, surgery school, naturopathic, chiropractic, you'll learn things here that you will not hear anywhere else.
How do you join NutriMedical, Bill?
Buy one product.
That's right. That's it. The simplest little thing.
Simple thing. And all of a sudden you're a member, you get the free access to the live stream channel, access,
you get
all the archives.
Wellness conditions?
Wellness conditions, access to talk to me by phone or email. It's, pretty soon I'm going to have to go through cloning and have to become multiple
But you know
Dr.
what?
D's.
I'm here every Monday, and anyone can talk to me. I talk to everybody.
You're sometimes available other days, too.
I talk to everybody, so, but no one really wants to talk to me like they do you. But, hey, I am here every Monday to help you out, regardless of who you are, because I am certainly not...
Well, God's gifted me with the knowledge and special skills to be able to problem solve things that otherwise people think are impossible to solve.
Okay, and a new subject, movies. We've been going to movies a lot, Bill and I, lately, and I had a long time, I guess 5 years, or I didn't go to any movies. I was getting tired of them.
Right.
And now there's some good movies. Now, the worst movie I ever saw was that Noah movie.
That was horrendous.
That was horrendous. But guess what? There's two good movies out now. One is God Is Not Dead. We enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was very good.
That was about a student that had a professor that was an atheist, and how he proved that God is, in fact, alive, through the arm. Yeah. And the other one was Heaven is for Real. How sweet was that movie?
There's two more coming. I don't know the titles right off the bat, but there's two more good ones. I heard some feedback that the movie about Godzilla wasn't very good. The best line in it was actually in the promo, which indicates that they said that when they're using nuclear bombs, off the Bikini Atoll, they were trying to kill it. And they didn't expand on Fukushima or anything else that was going on there, because if they heard the show update last night on hour 1 on Reds last night, they should say, fall down on their face and cry before the Most High God for relief from this disaster.
And finally, Blaine. Hey, Blaine from Canada was asking about a neighbor of his. His doctor put him on OxyContin. He's in his 70s, and he didn't even recognize Blaine the other day.
Yeah, it's
when
bad.
He come back, he might address that.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Network GCN.
all at the same time. I'm not going to get used to this. Well, welcome back. We're back. Hey, Bill.
Yes,
We're
indeed.
back. Oh, we were talking about Blaine. OxyContin, remember?
Yeah. Well, first off, OxyContin is a drug you have to use very carefully, if at all. And it's, in a sense, it's wrong-headed, because the real issue is you've got to stop the cause for the pain. Now, there may be temporary after surgery or for the start of pain, but ideally, pain is caused by disruption of collagen. And when you start repairing collagen with things like Tendon Bender, Collagen Max, Mountain Red Velvet, the pain goes away because you've repaired the collagen. And the reason is collagen stimulates local production of a thing called slow reactive substances of anaphylaxis, bradykinin, neurotendins, and other molecules that stimulate nerve fibers at what's called the Langerhans complex at the junction of your epidermis and dermis. And those little junction boxes basically send a signal to the dorsal root ganglion of your spinal cord, and then goes up to the spinal thalamic tract of your brain to tell you you're hurting. Once you correct the collagen, there's no neurological signal to cause the pain. You cannot have pain if you don't have skin. I discovered that at the pain burn unit back in 1987-88 in Augusta, Georgia, when I worked in the trauma burn unit as well. And incorporated my patent in not only in 1986, but the patent later on that I got on dermal pain control. The real issue is, if you give a senior citizen OxyContin for pain, very often you're going to put them into dementia.
Yeah, he didn't recognize it. And he's his neighbor. He used to see him all the time.
Well, ideally what he should do is have his neighbor contact me, and we'll try to figure out what the cause of pain is.
He has talked to his neighbor, and his neighbor says, I can't go on supplements. He's older, and all he thinks of is
not just supplements.
Pharmaceuticals.
He may need a surgical approach, but for example, you can identify it. The best test is actually the Axon 2 nerve scan, and then you